this river run through you. Working on a building made of stone, working on sowing seeds that ain't been sown. I'm working on a building all alone. Honey, I've been on the rainbow all through this town, dusk until the morning, the breaking of the clouds, chasing dreams, but my dreams never come true. Carrying a picture of my mama, all in her prime, sitting with my daddy, they were dining on a dining room, better you. Ooh, that could be us too, that could be us too. But you're working on a building made of stone, working on sowing seeds that ain't been sown. You're working on a building all alone, all alone. I'm throwing out my whiskey, throwing out my wine, throwing out all the things that wasted my time. I'm leaving you, darling, that's what I got to do. Don't tell me that you love me, you ain't been through it. I'm gonna go to Mexico, honey, just to do it. I'm gonna go where the old wind blows, and I'll be working on a building made of stone, working on sowing seeds that ain't been sown. I'll be working on a building, honey, building all alone, honey, building all alone. Ooh, all alone. Ooh, all Thanks. Thanks to Millie, too, for donating her time to this live stream broadcast. This next tune I'm going to play is on banjo. My banjo's over here. And thank you all. I'm so glad that we're all plugged in and hanging out together. And this next song is called Western Skies. I'm actually from Pennsylvania, though. I wrote this song about the western skies, how beautiful they are, and how a new day always will come, even in times of darkness. I'm gonna play for you. See those western skies all in the morning. See those western skies all in the morning. See those western skies all another day will rise. Goodbye for now, banjo. So I'm here in Nashville, Tennessee. It's been very hot here. We haven't really been having a lot of live music, but live stream's still going. This is going to be my last song. Thank you so much for having me, Susquehanna. This is awesome. Can't wait to hear everybody. So this is my last tune. It's called Old Time Lovers. Distant face.
All right.
Thank
Yay!
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the Susquehanna Folk 2020 Emerging Artist Showcase. And wherever you're watching, give a very, very warm round of applause to Angela Autumn from Nashville, Tennessee. That was excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us,
for
Angela.
having me. This is awesome.
Our pleasure. So we want to chat with you for a little bit, give our viewers a chance to get to know you better. So question 1, what made you first pick up a guitar and start writing? What gave you the bug?
I don't remember, but I was 9. And it probably had something to do with whoever I was listening to at the time. Maybe like some of my dad's music.
Nice.
Like Neil Young and James Taylor. So yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
asked for a guitar and I'm glad I did.
That's
For sure.
fantastic.
We're glad that you did too.
Yes, seriously.
Thanks.
Our next question for you is, obviously we are living in really weird and crazy times right now. So what are some Angela Autumn tricks to make it through the pandemic? What have you been doing?
Through the pandemic, I've been cooking really healthy food.
Nice.
And getting like lots of kale and beets and just trying to, like you put the vitamins in and just trying to become more of a part of nature, I guess.
Awesome. Yeah.
And
Are you gardening at all, or are you just collecting things? And
I like my roommate's garden. I'm like I'm pretty like lazy when it comes to gardening, but I enjoy helping them and seeing the garden. I put a couple of tomato plants in.
nice.
So I've been doing that a lot, and I just think it's really important to take care of ourselves during this time. And
That's
Remember
awesome.
that.
yeah.
So your closing for the set, your closing number, I believe you're releasing that as a new single on August 1st. Am I right about that?
October 1st, actually.
Yes, October 1st. That's what
October
I meant.
1st. So I recorded that single in Nashville, and it's definitely more bluegrass inspired than my other stuff that I've released, but I'm really excited to get that out there. It's going to be the single from my upcoming release. So I'm excited for you all to hear the full band version of it, and I'm pretty proud of the full band. All the people that came in were so awesome.
That's
that
awesome.
I had the privilege of getting to record on that. So I'm just happy to be part of the scene here in Nashville and kind of starting to get some roots going. So
That's awesome. Well, we
That's
loved
awesome.
Old Time Lovers, the version that you
Thank
did. So we're
you.
super excited to hear the full thing in October.
Yeah,
Thank you.
stay tuned, folks.
thank you guys
Thank you so much, Angela. We enjoyed having you, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you.
See ya.
Bye now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we said earlier, thank you for joining us for this Susquehanna Folk 2020 Emerging Artist Showcase. I'm your host, Peter Winter.
And I am Sarah Willardly. And we are going to turn it over to our executive director, Jess Hayden. She's going to give you a quick announcement, and then we'll see you in a bit.
Music on the way.
Yes, hi, I'm Jess Hayden, as was mentioned a moment ago, and I'd also like to thank you for joining us this evening for tonight's Emerging Artist Showcase. The Susquehanna Folk Music Society is located in the Harrisburg, Pennsylvania area, and we sponsor folk music concerts, jams, coffee houses, workshops, dances, and other events throughout the season, and the Susquehanna Folk Festival during the summer. The Susquehanna Folk Music Society is supported in part by the Pennsylvania Council of the Arts and the Cultural Alliance of York County. Visit our website to learn about future virtual events. And now back to Peter and Sarah.
Hey, folks. Thanks so much, Jess. Awesome. So we are going to continue with our evening.
Our next act is a six-piece folk band from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, combining spiraling harmonies and gorgeously layered instrumentation with propulsive rhythms. This group is just as capable as delivering an emotionally insightful original as they are reimagining a jam by Madonna or the White Stripes. Before we begin, earlier this week, the band Buffalo Rose contacted us and let us know that a member of their group had come into contact with COVID-19. The group conferred and realized that it would be in everyone's best interest to, instead of performing live for us tonight, send in a pre-recorded video from a concert filmed earlier. We are incredibly grateful for them to do this, and members of the band will be joining us live for an interview after the video. So please give it up for Buffalo Rose.
This is our anti-capitalist song. Oh, I was looking for bread. Oh, I just want to feed the hungry. Oh, I shook a man's hand at the county fair. He said I could be the poster child. He said there's a new day coming. We're gonna build a kingdom to the sun. You gotta trust me, running. Oh, I got the master plan now. Don't you know I'm a machine man? I took my heart and soul, put a motor in. Now I run all night on speed. Yeah, I'm a machine man. He said, free. No need to think about the hungry. 'Cause if we follow his lead, there'll be GDP enough to open up the buffet line. I said, this is CEO oppression. All you got for me is football, apple pie. Come on, I need a slice of production. I'm giving you my only life. Shit. Don't you know I'm a machine man? Took my heart and soul, put a motor in. Now I run all night on speed. Yeah, I'm a machine man. Yes, I am. Took my heart and soul, put a motor in. Now I run all night on speed. Yeah, I'm a machine man.
That's Shane McLaughlin, everybody.
When I'm free, I won't be scared. When I'm free, I won't be scared. There'll be birds and trees and air, and we'll hold hands most everywhere. There'll be no fear there. When we're free, we're all born and we all die. We can all love if we try. Don't know much about in between, but people who don't think like me, they're gonna die too. So are you. It don't matter where you're from, who you are or who you love. In the end, it's all the same. The sun goes down, we change our names. It seems insane. Maybe time goes on and still we sing that same old song. Let freedom ring. It's almost like we still believe that someday we will all be free. I guess we'll see. one pointed to the sun. See which one grows. Who knows? See which one grows. Who knows?
We know what we're doing. We're professionals.
Ready?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets me feeling mighty strange, trying to read my mind. Had to hide myself away, venture deep inside. Solitary that I wandered through the web, I walked in alone, free to discover, to craft a path that shapes my soul. As I venture closer to the center of my core, I begin to understand my journey through hope. It was through the darkest corners I found my way to light. A complicated torture to know your every side.
Here I lie uncovered, cut my heart open on the ground to invite another to step inside what I have found. To step inside what I have found.
Hi,
All
guys.
right. Buffalo Rose is in the house.
So good to have you with
That was
us.
killer.
Yeah.
Dear gosh.
Thanks for having us. Yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you here. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves, since there's only 2 of you versus the normal 6?
My name's Shane McLaughlin. I play guitar.
I am Bryce. I play mandolin.
Awesome. It's so good to have you, Shane and Bryce. Yeah, we're really sad that you couldn't play for us live tonight, but we're so glad you got to do the interview with us. And I wanted to ask you, how did Buffalo Rose begin? What made you guys get together and start playing?
We didn't really intend to start the project when we started out, if that makes sense. I mean, I think we had just gotten together with 4 of us. It was just 3 singers and the dobro, just to record a one-off song for a singer-songwriter series that a friend was running. And we got together and started and arranged this one song, and we felt the magic, and we were like, we have to keep going. Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So you guys just released an EP, Borrowed in Blue, live around one microphone back in May. What can you tell us about that record?
That was sort of an experiment. We've been working on a studio album for a while now, but we kind of thought it would be cool to capture some of the live energy that we have on a stage. That it's a little bit harder to catch the nuances of when you're recording things piecemeal, or being really meticulous about it. So we stuck a microphone in a room and we played 4 of our original songs, some of them slightly rearranged and updated, and then 2 covers. And we did that in about a weekend. It took us 2 days, and we learned that is, I guess, the thing that we can do, and we're very proud of it. And I think it captures sort of the spirit of a Buffalo Rose live show more than a Buffalo Rose like studio excursion.
For sure. There's a lot of energy coming from you guys when you're performing live, which is awesome. So I haven't gotten to listen to the whole thing, so I'll have to go back and check it out. So like many bands and artists that are going through pandemic right now, you guys launched a Patreon, right? So what special and exciting perks do you have for us if we join your Patreon?
When we join your Patreon.
When we join your Patreon.
My man. We have a lot of stuff. We have a weekly live stream that is different every week. They all have different themes and feature different members of the band. We have, you can hear our album before it's released, all of our demos, see our notebook pages, a bunch of behind the scene content, and sharing our creative process, I would say.
We have hours of tour footage that needed to go somewhere. So
Upload it.
Being super weird in a van traveling around the country, if that's your thing.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Excellent.
I mean, we get the real you, right? We'll get to see all of it. That's
The real
awesome.
Patreon. This is
Love
just
it.
a facade right here.
Yeah.
Right.
You got to put up the paywall for the real stuff.
Exactly, right.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It was so good to have you here for the interview, and we loved the performance. So
Thank you so much.
we look forward to seeing all the stuff that's coming from you guys in the future.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so
Our
much.
pleasure.
See ya.
That was wonderful.
It
It was
was.
inspiring. I love a good dobro.
All right.
We wanted to take a moment to recognize our outstanding panel of judges who have the particularly difficult job, just 2 artists in selecting tonight's winner. Now, these judges are rating the performers on 5 categories: their stage appearance, their originality, their personality, their consistency, and of course, the overall performance.
Awesome. So our first judge is Kate Bright, and she is a music teacher at Lincoln Charter School in York. She's also an avid international folk dancer, contra dancer, and musician.
JJ Sheffer is the mastermind behind several York City cultural institutions, including Cable House Presents, a concert series located in York's historic Central Market, of which I've been to many. Wonderful ear for music. And York Story Slam, an open mic storytelling series.
We also have Jeff Selby, who is the lead musician and songwriter for the roots-based outfit, the Quixote Project. The group was actually the winner of our 2019 Susquehanna Folk Festival Emerging Artist Showcase. So they were our winners from last year.
And finally, Justin Angelo is a Lancaster-based songwriter who blends folk and blues guitar with well-crafted lyrics. Justin was the winner of our inaugural Emerging Artist Showcase back in 2018.
Awesome. So before we head to our next performer, I want to quickly remind you all that you do have the opportunity to help our judges select the winner tonight. So make sure you stay through the entire broadcast. There will be a 5-minute window. We'll explain it a little bit more later on, but a 5-minute window to vote for your favorite performance of the night. So this will be one of the places that you can go to vote, but you can't vote yet. So hold off just a little bit longer. All right, we're going to go into our next performer.
This is exciting.
We are excited. Our next performer has brought the sounds of traditional Irish music all over the world through instruction and performance. She is a celebrated concertina player and recently released her debut album, Shine, a collection of some of her favorite tunes, coming to you live all the way from Dingle, Ireland, and accompanied by her partner, Tom Delaney. Please welcome Caroline Keane.
Hi there, everyone. It's so nice to be with you live from Dingle this evening. I say evening because it's very, very dark here. So hopefully the neighbours don't come knocking on our door. We're going to start off. This is the wonderful Tom Delaney here beside me. And he is going to accompany me. And we're going to start off with a nice set of slides and some polkas. So this is a melody from my new album. And I hope you enjoy it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much. Well, thanks so much. If you're wondering why we seem so happy, it's probably because we haven't played in ages. As you were all saying, as Angela was saying at the start, this COVID thing has really put a bit of a spanner in the works for us. We usually play in Dingle locally here pretty much all season long, as much as we possibly can. There's a great group here that we have, and great friends and artists and everything. So it's so nice to be playing for somebody. We can't hear you, but we know you're there. So we're going to continue on with well, I'm going to continue on. It is, speaking of our friends in Dingle, it is a slow air and air composed by one of my really, really great friends, Jerry O'Byrne. And in Ireland, there's a tradition of, it's called, it's a tradition of slow air playing. And in that, it's slow air playing is kind of a sean-nós song. And it's kind of an instrumental version of a sean-nós song that we play. But this is kind of, they're usually really, really old melodies, and they're usually in the Irish language. And this is a contemporary version, or a contemporary kind of air that my friend Jerry O'Byrne composed. So I hope you enjoy it. It's also, as the guys mentioned, I just released an album, and it's on that as well. And I was lucky enough that Jerry agreed to record it with me. So I hope you enjoy this. It's called When You Were Gone, I Say Your Name. Tom's my biggest fan. So yeah, that was kind of an air, slow air composed by Jerry O'Byrne. I move a lot when I'm playing. I'm finding it hard to keep in the screen. So in case you're wondering what this instrument is, it is a concertina. It's very similar to an accordion. It's from the same family. It's a reed instrument. I won't explain too much or you'll fall asleep. But it's very similar to an accordion, and but obviously better. And this guy's name is Jeff, and he comes everywhere with me, even more than Tom does. So that's it. We're time flies. We are going to finish off with another set. It's a medley. And we're going to start with a little waltz. So if there's anyone that likes waltzing, off you go. Now's your time to shine. And it's called The Waltz of Happiness. And the second tune then is called When the Cat's Away. And I wrote it kind of as a joke for Tom, because Tom was working for a long, long time on the boats as an entertainer. He plays pipes as well. So I was at home and I was a bit lonely for him. And I made out that I was having loads and loads of fun at home without him. So I wrote this tune for him, and I called it When the Cat's Away. And the next tune then is a lovely tune by somebody I'm sure you're all familiar with. It's Liz Carroll. Liz Carroll wrote the next tune, and the last tune is an old favourite. So thank you so much for having us. We've had an absolute ball, and it's great to hear the other artists as well. So that's it. No, that's a.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you, Cloud.
Thank you, everybody. Well done.
Hi, all.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot to mute it.
Oh, you're good.
Can you guys hear us? Oh,
I can.
your
Can you-
headphones. There we go.
Hey.
I had to unmute you. I forgot
That's
to
all
mute you,
right.
but I forgot to unmute you.
It's so good to see you.
Gigging in 2020,
I
right?
know,
You know?
right? Seriously. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, especially since the time difference is, a little crazy.
What time is it for you guys right now?
Very, very late. No, it's not. It's 12:53.
Okay, that's better than I thought it was.
I know.
But still,
Good. Tom said we're only getting going. Sure, we're only
Exactly.
getting going.
that's perfect. Great.
Well, once again, thank you so much. That was awesome.
Yes.
So as you mentioned during your set, you just released your debut album kind of as a solo artist entitled Shine back in May. So I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about that record.
Yeah, I can. I can tell you lots about it. It's a project that I've had on the go for a good while now. I was so busy doing lots of different things with different projects and my teaching and everything that I kept kind of getting distracted and coming back to it. So I finally got it done and it was ready to release. And then COVID hit. So it got delayed a little bit, but it's out now. It's simply an album of my favorite tunes. Some of them I wrote, some of them my friends wrote, some of them are as ancient as the hills. But they're all tunes that I really, really enjoy playing with people I enjoy playing them with. So
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, that's the best.
yeah.
That's wonderful. So you did talk a little bit about the concertina with us during your set. But what about the concertina called to you and why do you love it so much?
Why do I love it so much? Oh, good question.
My husband wrote it, but yeah, I just loved it.
I'll tell you, I learned concertina because my mom had an interest in concertina. My whole family has an interest in Irish traditional music and that kind of the song and the dance and everything. And my mom had a concertina and she was learning it. And when I was about 7, she said, "Here, have a go at that." And she sent me off. I was about approximately double the size of the concertina at the time. And I landed at least the concertina box and I landed in and I said, "I have this. Can I learn this, please?" And they said, "That's nice, dear, but come back next week with a tin whistle." And I did. And I started with that. And then I got my concertina next year and I was adamant I was going to start it. So it's all thanks to my mum.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So you mentioned, you touched on this in your program. In addition to all of the performing and gigging you do a lot of teaching on your instrument as well. So what about educating, whether it's about just your instrument or traditional Irish music, why is that so important to you?
Oh, I actually love it. I really enjoy seeing somebody improve and seeing them see themselves improve, if that makes sense. It's passing on the traditional music. Obviously, it's important that we pass it on. It's our duty to pass it on because somebody kept it and passed it on to us, and it's now our job to pass it on to somebody else. But in addition to that, I think I also enjoy the excitement that I see in somebody's eyes when they get that role for the first time or they get that part and they didn't mess it up at all. And they're like, yes.
Exactly.
So it's really gratifying to be able to be part of that journey with my students. So that's
awesome.
That's so good. It's true.
It is true. Wonderful. We are so glad that you got to be with us. We were so concerned when we chose you that we would get a pre-recorded thing. So this is such a treat to have you.
That I go to bed early.
So thank you so much, Caroline.
It was a blast,
We loved
Caroline.
having
Thank
Thank
you.
you for having me. Hopefully we see you in person soon.
Yes,
that would be
that's
wonderful.
the hope.
Yeah, someday.
All right.
See ya.
Thanks so much and thank you, everyone.
This is going delightfully.
Yes, this is great.
Wonderful.
So before we head to our next artist, we wanted to just explain again a little bit more in detail how voting is going to go tonight. So we have 2 more fantastic artists ahead of us. And after we hear our final finalist for the evening, we are going to take a moment and let you know that voting has been opened. And as I said before, there is going to be a 5-minute window for you to get your votes in. And you get to pick your favorite performance of the night. So if you're already watching on our Susquehanna Folk Festival website, and you're watching through the website, if you scroll down, you should see a place where you can vote. It should be on that same page. If you are not watching through the website and you are watching through Facebook, you are going to go to this little URL, susquehannafolkfestival.org/vote. Or if you're watching through YouTube, also you will need to go to this link as well and help our judges out in choosing that winner for the evening, our 2020 Emerging Artist finalist. So,
well, folks, we've been traveling all around. We have been to Pittsburgh, we've been to Nashville, we've been to Dingle, Ireland, and our journey continues now.
Yeah. So our next performer is an award-winning singer-songwriter from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She blends folk, soul, and pop for a sound. Former host of World Cafe, Talia Schlanger, calls captivating. She has played at the Philly Folk Festival and has been recognized by NPR Music. Her new single, Enough is Enough, just released. Please give a warm welcome to Emily Drinker. Woo!
Hi. Hey, guys. So good to be here. Hopefully you can hear me all right. Thank you for that lovely introduction. My name's Emily, and I am just thrilled to be part of this. This is really cool. You guys are doing a wonderful job so far. So I love to sing, and to sing harmonies especially, which has been not so possible during COVID, but luckily I love to use my loop station, which I wanted to show you before I start looping, in case you have no idea about these things. They're not traditional, it's not a traditional folk music instrument per se, but this has been my favorite tool of late to write with and to just sing with myself when I'm not able to be singing with others all the time. So yeah, I'm gonna do a couple loop songs, and I'm also gonna play my ukulele, and yeah. So the first tune I'm gonna do is inspired by a singer and a songwriter named Bernice Johnson Reagan. She was one of the founders of the group Sweet Honey and the Rock. I saw her perform and speak years ago when I was living in New York City. She did a lot of music and song leading during civil rights movement in the 60s, and she's just one of the best songwriters I've ever heard. So anyway, this is a song that I wrote about her, kind of paying tribute to her and inspired by the work that she does. And this is called Ode to Bernice. I hope you like it. Dun da da 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 dun da da. Don't you wanna be a fighter for justice? Don't you wanna be a leader of peace? Won't you come with me on a march for freedom, working and shouting for equality? We won't stop until we make a difference. We won't give up, we won't concede. Won't you take my hand and join the circle? The circle won't be broken as long as we believe. We believe. Yeah, the time is right. It's always right. The time is right to do Don't you wanna be a fighter for justice? Don't you wanna be a leader of peace? All right, that's Ode to Bernice about Dr. Bernice Johnson Reagan. And I've been singing that one a lot lately. I'm gonna play some ukulele for y'all. I hope you're enjoying this show. I certainly have been. This is really cool. Susquehanna Folk Music Society, y'all are putting on a great live stream. You're pulling it off. This is really great. So thank you again for including me. This song is from the first EP I put out back in 2017. This is called Hurricane. There's a hurricane outside my window. Oh, you probably should have stayed, but you decided to go. All love's about the eyes tucked safe in their holes. Feet up on the coffee table, listening to the air band flow. Do you hear that? It started out slow, now it's growing less, ever more flow. Do you hear that? It started out slow, now it's growing less, ever more flow. Ooh. There's a hurricane outside my window. Oh, I've got the candles ready, but I'm all alone. The strong gust of wind rattle my bones. The rain is coming down sideways. The storm's full ground. Do you hear that? It started out slow, now it's growing less and more flow. Do you hear that? It started out slow, now it's growing less and more flow. There's a hurricane outside my window. That's called Hurricane. I was waiting for the guitar solo, which is not possible without my band here. I'm used to playing with a five-piece band, 5 of us all together, sometimes more actually, sometimes less, and I love them so dearly, and we've finally just been able to get together a little bit and do some backyard performing, which has been a godsend, but yeah, it's been interesting these last few months, certainly. But as the lovely hosts mentioned, I did just put out a song on Friday, just a couple days ago, called Enough is Enough, and it's been so, I don't know the word, nourishing maybe, to share and to just be able to play, even if it's online, during these last few months. So very grateful to be able to do this and to keep playing, and yeah, it's been great. So I think I'll play just one more song. I would love to do some more looping for y'all. And I showed you what it looks like. It's on the floor right now, but I like it so much because I come from an a cappella background. In high school and college, I did a lot of a cappella singing, different a cappella groups, and I just love that style, and it allows me to do that. So this last song is called Sunshine, and it's really just about getting out there in the sunshine and enjoying your life and not isolating and staying away from everybody. So this is a Sunshine song. Thank you. I can feel the sunshine from the window now, and I feel so fine. It's a shame you're stuck inside on this sunny day. I can feel the sunshine from the window now, and I feel so fine. It's a shame you're stuck inside on this sunny day. I can feel the sunshine from the window now, and I'm so fine. It's a shame you're stuck inside on this sunny day. Now that it's warmer out, my heart's open, there's no doubt. You can feel it too right now. Get your ass outside. I said, get your ass outside. That's right, get your ass outside. Ooh, stuck inside on this sunny day. Can't you feel the sun? Can't you feel the sun shine on this sunny day?
All right.
Thanks.
That was
Thank you.
rad.
Could you hear the loop okay? I hope you could.
Yeah,
You could.
that was
That
great.
sounded so good.
Awesome.
Yes. We are so glad to have you. And we have a couple questions for you.
Sure, shoot. Thank
So-
you for having me, by the way. This is,
Oh,
Of course.
thank you for being here. So, Emily, when did you begin writing music, and what made you start?
I started writing music in college, and that's actually why I got a ukulele. I showed up to school freshman year with a uke, hoping to make friends, and I literally sat in the hallway of my dorm and like was strumming away and like Kelly Clarkson songs, like random things, just like be my friend. But I started writing songs maybe, sophomore or junior year of college.
Awesome. That's great. So 2019 was a pretty busy tour year for you. And so obviously, we're not doing live music super a lot. What do you miss the most about performing?
Oh, I just realized I totally forgot to plug in my headphones.
That's okay. Take a second and do that.
Everyone got to hear this awesome echo on our. Made us sound so authoritative.
Okay, cool.
All right. So 2019, great tour year for you. What do you miss the most about performing live?
Everything. Well, I just started touring, and it was my first time last year just starting to hit the road. And so I definitely miss just connecting with people and having just started doing that right before COVID and seeing how that works and just connecting with people. Like, I missed that because I never dreamed that I would be able to do that. Like, just meet people at shows, and then the next time I visited their town, I got to stay with them. Just with the fan, like that's just so cool that I never.
It is cool.
Yeah, so I miss that. I miss that in-person connection for sure, and playing with my band.
Yeah. We miss being at shows, so we totally understand that connection aspect.
So as you mentioned, you just released an awesome new record called Enough is Enough, which is a single of your upcoming full length. What can you tell us about that song?
Well, I should have played it, I guess, but I need the band. It's kind of a rock song, actually. So the first songs that I started writing back in college were definitely folk based, and now the last few tunes that I've been doing are much more kind of rock and pop. That song came about at the end of a relationship, and I was just sort of, enough is enough. And actually, these days, I like that it kind of has the possibility to, well, any song, I think any good song, you can take on your own meaning for it. So hopefully every listener has their own interpretation of it. But yeah, for me, it's just kind of about growing up and not dealing with BS anymore and just standing up for myself. Yeah. So it's a fun song. It's definitely fun to sing.
Yeah. It looks like you're having a lot of really great feedback and positive response from people on the release. So we're excited for you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
It's been awesome, Emily.
So glad that we got to hear you live, and hopefully we'll hear some great stuff coming from you soon. So
yeah, thank you so much, Sarah and Peter. You guys are killing it. This is great.
Oh,
thank you.
We got the easy job.
I know,
crying out
really.
loud.
We just get to sit back and listen, so that's great. So
I want to thank
thanks
the
so
audience
much.
too for tuning in. Everybody at home. So thanks again.
Thanks, Emily.
Bye, Emily. Thank you. So we've finally come to that moment. We have, ladies and gentlemen, but one more performer. This has been an absolute blast. Thank you for tuning in with us this evening. So our final performer of the evening is a singer-songwriter currently based in central Pennsylvania, writing in a variety of folk and rock styles. He has self-recorded and self-released an EP entitled American Flood Part 1, 2014, as well as a full-length album entitled Neanderthal Blue in 2016. Constantly creating, he has recently completed his 30 for 30 project, in which he uploaded 30 videos of his original songs and instrumentals over the course of a year. Give a special Susquehanna Folk Emerging Artist Showcase welcome to Mr. Rob Kronen.
Thank you very much. This first song is called Jacob. There's a wave coming on towards our receding shore from the ladder that fell from the clouds. It was in solid ice, oh so very long, but it's gone, it's water now. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. No, no. There's the wave coming stronger. It took up New Orleans, the French Quarter, down in the breach. Boat-sized jellyfish and skyscraper squid and shark attacks on the Memphis beach. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. No, no, no. There's the wave coming down, down upon my house. Gonna bring it down, down, down. Gonna fill up my ears for 1,000 years. Oh, baby, we're gonna drown, drown, drown. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. No, no. There's the way moving on till all the land is gone, till it's all ocean bed. Noah up on a cloud, God Noah looking down. God did cry, Noah said, Jacob ain't got nothing. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. Jacob ain't got nothing on me. No, no, no. No, no, no. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. That last song was called Jacob. It's off the project I made called American Flood, which was mentioned earlier. The theme of that project is the end of the world. And since I figured the end of the world will take longer than one song, I wrote another one. This one is called Jellyfish. Boring and monotonous. Oh, come on, jellyfish. Oh, be sad, gelatinous. You're gonna win the world someday. Best to be ready. Dragons and woes gonna come your way. Best to be ready. Well, come on, jellyfish. Don't take me down just because you can. Well, come on, jellyfish. You're losing your mind. You're losing your hands. And you lost your spine to make more space for more and more you. Stuck out of time and drifting in place, and there's more and more you. it. But oh, Jeff, it's much better to have been someone. For life is more than empty seas. It's more than a waking dream. Life is more than floating aimlessly. It has to be. It just has to be. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Thank you. It's weird to not have people to hear. Thank you again for watching. For those of you that are. So this last song I'm going to do is sort of a proof that I'm not just sort of a doomsday songwriter or something. This is a love song. I wrote it for my wife. It's called I Can't Keep Away From You. I had money, drive me crazy. Time spent for money just keeps me away from you. Keeps me away from you. If I was sexy, I'd drive you crazy. Rock the floor by the mirror and keep you away from me. It'd keep you away from me. Darling, don't you change for me. It's not something I need. Honey, I won't change for you unless you need me to. Then I change for you. A preacher came to our town, smiled at us and then looked around and then emptied the dirt out from his shoe. Said I could not help you. Jesus could never help the two of you. I wish that we could live in the garden naked, making a brand new human race until the end of days. until the end. Dancing on the head of the nail that's holding down our house, perched upon a ledge in a tale the lonely people think about, dream about. Nothing upon the earth, above the clouds, beneath the dirt, could stop me from loving you. I can't keep away from you. I can't keep away. Thank you.
Woohoo! All right.
Thank you so much, Rob. Before we chat with you, we are going to remind our audience, now is the time. I am clicking your 5-minute timer to vote for your favorite act for this evening. You are helping to determine the 2020 Emerging Artist. So get on there. Remember that if you are on our website, scroll down, click your vote. If you are on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you go to susquehannafolkfestival.org/vote. You have 5 minutes to get those votes in.
And if for some reason you got really excited by the just incomparable excellence of all of our finalists and you voted before this moment, that vote will not be counted. So if you voted, you have to go back and do it again starting now.
So if you want your vote to count, make sure you go back and re-vote. Anything before I hit that timer does not count towards our votes for our judges. So there you go. All right, let's get back to Rob and talk to him a little bit. Hey, Rob. Great job.
Oh, I can't hear Rob Kronen. We can see you.
There I am.
Oh, there we go.
Yay.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Perfect.
Rob, we have to just thank you again for being here with us. That was so cool. We just
thank you.
Totally dug that. So there are obviously there's a lot of, Delta blues slide in your playing. And I was wondering, where did you first discover kind of slide guitar and what about it called to you and made you obviously pursue it so much?
I don't know where I first heard it, but one of the first ones was Derek Trucks. Who I heard for a long time, and probably through him and through my parents, I listened to more older blues and the Delta players and the Hill Country players, and Furry Lewis and Robert Johnson and a lot of guys like that. Just I don't know, it's something about it is kind of ramshackle and unpolished, and it hits me more than most music does.
Yeah. You do such a great job with it, man.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
so
wonderful. So we talked about this in your bio earlier, but this year you completed your 30 for 30 project on your Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were wondering if you could maybe explain that to people a little bit so maybe they can go check it out.
Yeah, it was basically just I have done a lot of songwriting over the years and I haven't really played it out too much. In October of 2018, my wife and I had a baby girl.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Thank you. And as cute as she is, she doesn't make it easy to leave the house.
Sure.
So I decided to just kind of put videos up and see if there was kind of a response to it. Most as a way to get kind of some of the detriment out of my house, songwriting house, so to speak, just to kind of see what would happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you are, judging by the 30 for 30 project and also, obviously just kind of watching the way you talk about your music on your online presence, you're obviously incredibly prolific. You're always writing. So are there any kind of tangible projects that you're working towards now, hopefully to release soon?
Yeah, I hope to release one by the end of the year. It's called American Slide Part 2.
Okay.
Right.
It's continuing along the vein of the first two songs I did.
Awesome.
Just inspired by some science writing on climate change and a few other things here and there.
Sure.
But it's not just sort of one guitar thing. I'm trying to produce it a little bit more, but I'm doing it at home between
That's awesome.
caring for a toddler. So,
which is always a struggle.
Superhero right there.
You can't be really loud if she's asleep. You gotta, rein it in a little bit.
Right. That's awesome. Well, we're really looking forward to that, and we'll be looking hopefully for the end of this year to see that.
It's a great time for doom folk. So
yeah, right.
Exactly.
Your songs were right on the money, on topic tonight. So
I hate to be right, sort of a thing.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Rob, for joining us this evening.
Thank you very much.
We're so excited to see all of our other artists, the stuff that you have coming out, and we'll be keeping track of you. So thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Hey, thanks, Rob. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks.
Hopefully you're getting those votes in.
You have 32 seconds to finish your votes. So as we let our judges deliberate and kind of chat after having seen all of our fantastic finalists, we are going to give you a little treat while we wait for that final announcement. And we have a wonderful special musical guest for you all tonight, a staple of live music in Pennsylvania and a great friend to Susquehanna Folk. Please welcome Hank M Hoff.
Woohoo!
Hey, y'all.
Hey, Hank. Oh, guys, that was your timer. So votes are closed. And Hank, take it away.
So you can't vote for Hank.
Yep, can't vote for me, but what a great bunch of artists, very creative people and a lot of different styles. Really looking good. I would not want to be a judge. I can just sit here and noodle around while the judges are working it out. An old song by Mississippi John Hurt. Honey, done all I can do. Can't get along with you. Take you to your mama on payday. 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 Take you to your mama on payday. Rabbit, come along. Ain't got no rabbit dog. Hate to see that rabbit get away. Get away. Get away. Get away. Hate to see that rabbit get away. Well, see, now the old lady, she got hungry just about a week ago. Stole a ham of meat. Keep my skillet greasy if I can. If I can. If I can. If I can. Keep my skillet greasy if I can. Well, hound dogs on my track. Knapsack on my back, make it to my shanty for days, 4 days, 4 days, 4 days, make it to my shanty for days. Here come on my hound dog, might have to backtrack a little bit. payday, 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 make it to my shanty. Yes, it's payday. Give me a chance here to switch out some guitars. So there was a song, if you come up to Fort Hunter for a lot of our shows, you would have heard Scott Ainsley or Martin Gross went, and maybe Roy Bookbinder play some blues like that. This is a song from another artist that we had up at Fort Hunter, and we had down at the Ware Center, the Susquehanna Folk Music. Got such great shows. I keep telling my friends to come out. Some of the best, just the best musicians in the world. So we had a fabulous artist, Del Rey. Hi, Del. I hope you're watching. She taught me this song on a DVD I bought. Took a couple years. But here we go. It's by Lizzie Douglas, who we call Memphis Minnie. So. I was born in Louisiana, raised in Algiers. All the people said, stay right here, ain't nothing in rambling. Hunting neither, running around. Gonna find me a good girl, might get married and settle down. Baby, first place I've been to, up to Tennessee. Met some little sugar mama, she said, stay here with me. Ain't nothing in rambling. Whoa, ho, neither running around. Gonna find me a good girl, Lord, and settle down. Where people's out on the highway, they're walking and crying. Some are starving, Lord, some are dying. Ain't nothing in rambling. Lord, leave them running around. Gonna find me a good woman, Lord, and settle down. You may go to Hollywood, try to get on the silver screen. I'm gonna stay right here, eat those old beans. Ain't nothing in rambling. Lord, neither running around. Gonna find me a good girl, Lord. Find a good woman, one that wants to get married, Lord. Find a good girl, one that wants to settle down. Great song, fits the times. Ain't nothing in rambling. So, a little whiles back, Jess Hayden, who you met a little earlier, she writes grants all the time to bring all this wonderful music in. Folk music, let's think about that term. We had Scotch or Irish today. Jess has brought Appalachian. We've had people people from up in Newfoundland, fiddle players from everywhere, great blues people. But I digress. Back to her grant writing. She wrote a grant a couple years ago to feature banjo players. One of the players we had in was a really great guy. He sat around for about 2 hours and taught us to play a couple songs. I don't play banjo that real well, but Bruce Molsky helped me along, so I'm going to do a little bit of instrumental. Them judges, I don't know, the smoke's burning. When are we going to get a decision here, guys? Here we go. To sit here and play a little bit more, but the news coming in over the wire services, we may have picked a winner. I don't know. How about we go back to our host and see what's up? Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hank M Hoff. Always a pleasure and an honor to hear you, friend. Okay, folks. So the judges have decided, and it is now up to us to reveal the winner. Before we do, we would like to thank all of our finalists for joining us this evening and sharing their talents. We hear so much, about how technology has the power to just kind of separate us and draw us all into our own little worlds. But over and over again these days, we see the power that technology has to bring us all together and have these amazing experiences where tonight we heard from artists throughout Pennsylvania Nashville, and even Dingle, Ireland. It was just such a beautiful experience to be with all of you in your living rooms, your backyards, or wherever you decided to watch or project this. So anyway, thanks to all of our finalists and every single applicant who made this such an incredibly hard decision, and one I'm incredibly grateful I did not have to make.
We would like to thank you, our audience, for tuning in and continuing to support Susquehanna Folk Music Society. Again, Peter just talked about this is a weird time, and we are so thankful to have so many people who care about our organization and continue to tune in and support us. So please stay tuned for all the exciting events that we will have in the fall and the upcoming year. It is my great honor and privilege.
Should we do a drum roll or something?
Yeah.
The winner is
Rob Kronen. Yay!
Congratulations, Rob. This is incredible.
We are so excited for you. How do you feel?
Surprised.
Yeah, there was great talent tonight, but we are so excited for you. So thankful to have had you on our showcase. Do you say that again?
I think everyone sounded great.
They did sound great. They did sound great. Do you have one more song for us?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Rob, we cannot wait to hear what the rest of the year has in store from you musically. We'll have our ear towards your accounts.
Yeah,
yes.
I'll send you some stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. This is Peter and Sarah signing off and handing it over to Rob Kronen, our 2020 Emerging Artist winner.
I'm not the man I hoped to be, the man of many means, with a gilded life of ease, sipping lemonade in a warm breeze. And somewhere out there in the haze, the horizon of coming days, I am to make my way. All the ways to be made. Oh, Candy, don't you cry. It's gonna be alright. Just gonna be you and me, living in the hollow of the old oak tree, living in the hollow of the old oak tree, growing sage in the old oak tree. Well, sit with me and dream our home, a place to call our own, rid of the things we bemoan, all the day's futility. A place rich in light and things to know, a garden that we will grow, a future warm and slow, safe away from the freeze. Oh, Candy, don't you cry. It's gonna be alright. Just gonna be you and me, living in the hollow of the old oak tree, living in the hollow of the old oak tree, growing sage in the old oak tree. And those of them that will live with us, broken and virtuous, small and enormous, will know love through us. and we will build our future there. Future we will share with creatures I care. With no love through us, no love through us. Oh, Candy, don't you cry. It's gonna be alright. Just gonna be you and me. Living in the hollow of the old oak tree. Living in the hollow of the old oak tree. Growing sage. Oh, Candy, don't you cry. It's gonna be alright. Just gonna be you and me. Living in the hollow of the old oak tree. Living in the hollow of the old oak tree. Growing sage in the old oak tree. Thank you all for watching. My name's Rob Kronen. Check me out on the internet, I guess.